So there is the man in the red corner for our next contest, Davaadalai. Altangerel, 35 years of age. His opponent, Lederman of Australia.
Round one.
This is action from the 63.5 kilogram light welterweight division between boxers from Mongolia and Australia. The man wearing red is Davaadalai Altangerel, 35 years of age, part of a 6-strong Mongolian boxing team. Comes to the ring as a professional with 3 bouts of experience. And his opponent is Lederman, 34 years of age, part of an 11-strong Australian boxing team. And this one promises to be a very interesting affair between 2 experienced operators. So Altangerel actually resides in Los Angeles. Made his pro debut in June of 2022. He's yet to notch a win in his 3 bouts of experience. 2 defeats and a draw. Also experienced on the 3-round of IBA boxing scene. Way back in 2013 in Amman in Jordan, he participated in the Asian Championships. So Lederman, operating as a southpaw, participant in multinational championships, a member of the Raiders Boxing Club as he goes in search of a southpaw left, that in Karratha, Western Australia. World Championship debuts for both of these boxers. Right hand to the body is a scoring shot from Altangerel. Nice movement in the pocket from Altangerel. Caused the shots just to go harmlessly over his head. Reaching for the right jab is Lederman. Nice movement from Lederman in the pocket with both the feet and the head to render the shots of Altangerel inaccurate. Both boxers in search of establishing their distance. Here's a wonderful left cross which came behind a range-finding right jab from Lederman. But Altangerel, aware of that, goes in search of his get back and good use of the left hand to the body, followed by a right hook to the body beneath the left elbow from Lederman. So Lederman just presenting different looks to his opponents, oftentimes moving around the clock face, both clockwise and counterclockwise. Right uppercut with a scoring shot, and then an altogether more solid right hand from Altangerel, walking his man down impassively as he goes in search of the right cross to the body. Left cross not too far away from Lederman. Feet tangling between the orthodox and southpaw boxer. Roundhouse left is a scoring shot from Lederman. He's doing a good job keeping the movement going as the round concludes. So look at the scorecards. Well, it was a brief look at the scorecards. For what it's worth, I happen to think the man in blue did the more eye-catching work over the course of that 3 minutes. I was hoping to tell you what the IBA live scoring suggested, but that was a brief look indeed. Altangerel in the contest. Experienced operator who's keeping his cool and knows what he is doing.
seconds out.
But I am to think that the man in blue did the better work out of that southpaw stance.
Round 2.
So into the second round then. He's presenting a different look behind a low-held right hand now is Lederman. Scoring left jab from Altangerel. Left hand lead not too far away from the southpaw in blue. Wonder at what point the referee is going to intervene and ensure that his singlet is tucked into his shorts on the rear of his kit. It's not just a fashion statement, it's to help judges ringside to determine whether a blow is fair or foul as he scores with a good left cross, hence the expression below the belt in common parlance. So tucking up while just moving laterally to his left and a little bit in reverse. There's a good right hand to the body from Altangerel, and that can slow down a fleet-footed mover such as Lederman. Effective left cross, and then a right hand to the body on the command of stop from Lederman. I think he'd already pulled the trigger when the command came. He's spoken to about his responsibility to keep his head up. And he's working that southpaw backhand very effectively indeed, is Lederman. Not afraid to use the space of the boxing ring and operate from off the ropes, but two good shots to the body once again. Each one sunking, and again, look at that right hand work now from Altangerel, and has that just brought about a response from Lederman. He's backing up, using the space of the ring once again, takes another right cross to the body, and Altangerel with a change of tactics here in the second round, really targeting the torso of the man in blue. Sinks another right hand into the body again. Because Lederman has used good footwork throughout this round. He's uppercutting with his man pinned against the ropes. But a real change in tactics for the past 50 seconds or so for Altangerel. And the adaptation paid dividends. Trying to feint his way into range once again. Lederman just spins his way out of the neutral corner. Inaccurate with the southpaw left. Kept the attack going and scored with the other one. Composure to box his way out of the confined position from Altangerel. But Lederman went from one corner to the other there. The neutral corner to his own blue corner. That's this blow which was borderline. And Altangerel has really made hay by working the body in the second half, and there's a cracking right hand upstairs, followed by good work to the body, and Lederman taking these shots downstairs and to the chin. He's complaining that is low. It's a rough physical encounter and a terrific conclusion to the round produced by Davaadalai Altangerel. The sticking and moving was serving Mitchell Lederman well, but then Altangerel showing his experience and just changed his approach and his tactics and strategy and began to target the body of the man in blue, because this is how in the first half of the round Lederman was able to stick and move and use quick feet, but then look at the adjustment made by Altangerel to work the body. Did so beautifully there, all from the right hand, and kept that type of body attack going throughout the entirety of the second half of the round. And then with him pinned in his own corner, having arrived there from the neutral corner, blows around the belt line being slung in with bad intentions from Altangerel.
Round 3.
As we move into the third round, a storming conclusion to the second stanza from Davaadalai Altangerel. Is Lederman still feeling the effects of those body shots? Counter left hook not too far away from the southpaw in blue. And again, Altangerel just walking him down to the corner once more and scoring with muscular body shots. There's another one slung in from the right hand. Trying to get some dynamism into his legs now is Lederman, up on his toes, looking to score with straights. But Altangerel is honing in on the body and scoring with consistent effectiveness. There's another shot downstairs to rattle the ribs of the man in blue. Left cross was a scoring shot from Lederman. Spun off the line effectively. Looking for the body shot once more is Altangerel. Nice counter left uppercut out of the corner from Lederman. But happy to punch while Lederman is punching is Altangerel, and he appears to be the type of boxer who has no problem taking a punch to land one of his own. And again, look at the position in the ring that Lederman is taking up. He's practically, literally going from one corner to the other. Now he gets back to the space of center ring, only to retreat to the neutral corner on the ropes, just above our commentary position here. And that is cutting off his own movement options. He's breathing through a mouth that's open. Is he feeling the pace more? Oh, there's another left hand to the body just above the belt line from Altangerel. And he really is working effectively downstairs, the man in red from Mongolia. Minute remaining in this final round as Altangerel with Lederman pinned near the corner once again. And by definition, there are fewer opportunities. The body shot and right hand to the chin is a chin checker, which just dipped the knees after a little bit of a delayed reaction from Mitchell Lederman. And a standing count has been issued by the referee. 30 seconds and change remaining for Lederman to survive. Is this turning into a survival mission? Oh, that's a cracking right hand on the resumption from Altangerel once again. And Altangerel continuing to score with good variety to both head and body. There's a left hook. Terrific conditioning and commitment being demonstrated by Lederman, keeping his wits about him even though his senses appear to be a little scrambled. And another right hand to the body dips him over. There's the 10-second clapper. Lederman fighting back through the discomfort that he's experiencing up in the boxing ring. And that is a storming conclusion to the contest. Remember, in IBA boxing, 3-round boxing, a count does not necessarily result in a 10-8 round, as is the consensus in the professional ranks. But you have to say in the second half of the second round and the third round, the man who was asserting authority in the boxing ring was the man in red, Davaadalai Altangerel of Mongolia. Hurt the man to the body, followed up to dip his knees with a chin checker of a shot. Very clever boxing indeed from Altangerel. I happen to think he's done enough, but what say the judges?
Result of the bout. And the winner of this bout, on points by split decision, is the boxer in the red corner, Davaadalai Altangerel, Mongolia.
So Davaadalai Altangerel of Mongolia, a 4-1 split decision victor. 5 scores returned of 29-28, and that, without wishing to fall into cliche, was a contest of 2 halves, because Mitchell Lederman was boxing beautifully in the first round and the first half of the second round, but it is around that time that Altangerel began to change his approach and really began to target the body, and it reaped dividends that weren't instant, but they were profitable. Continued to target the torso of the man in blue, brought about an 8 count in the third and final round, and he prevails with 5 scores of 28-29, 4-1 in favor of the professional who lives in Los Angeles. And it's Altangerel who goes through to the round of 32 here in the 63.5 kilogram competition, where he was faced off against the tournament number 2 seed from Kazakhstan, Zainolinov, at the bottom of the draw.
Into the red corner, Please welcome Alvino Cesar representing Indonesia.